At 2:30, we also got UAB traveling to number 2 Georgia. Georgia's favorite at 22.5 points in the game on ESPN2. Tyler Johnston for UAB against Jacksonville State went 17-21, threw for 319 yards and 2 touchdowns. He had 14. Jermaine Brown Jr., the starting running back, had 14 carries for 78 yards and a touchdown. And Trey Shropshire, the starting receiver, had 5 receptions for 127 yards and a touchdown. So I actually love Tyler Johnston. If you watch that Jacksonville State game, he was absolutely dropping dimes. A lot of those 4 incompletions he had, I'd bet 3 of them were drops. It was that all he would. If it wasn't for receiver play, I honestly think he could have had a perfect day. He was phenomenal. Now, how much of that to do is Jacksonville State's defense, and it's an FCS school? Who knows? But honestly, if UAB wants to pull off this upset, Tyler Johnston the second, Tyler Johnston the third, has to play phenomenal football. He has to play like he did against Jacksonville State, and the receivers have to catch the ball. Georgia, obviously, everyone remembers what happened last week with Georgia. They played Clemson. They won 10-3. Their defense was absolutely dominant. JT Daniels did not have the best day. He went 22 of 30, 135 yards and a pick. Zamir White had a pretty solid day, though. He had 13 carries for 74 yards. But the thing is, weirdly enough, Brock Bowers, who honestly could not be their starting tight end by the end of the year. I mean, they have a really solid tight end that they didn't play because of discipline issues. But he had 6 receptions for 43 yards. I think this is a very good Georgia team. But the problem is, JT Daniels, I don't think is going to play in this game. Stetson Bennett is probably going to play in this game. And if Stetson Bennett plays in this game, UAB has a serious shot at pulling off this upset. Remember when Arkansas almost beat Georgia in week 1 of last year? Or week 2 or something like that. It's because they didn't have an excellent quarterback play. Now, JT Daniels, I think you can say a lot about him, but I think he's a very solid quarterback. I think he's possibly a first or second round pick. Stetson Bennett is not that, and UAB is one of the best Group of 5 teams. That could translate to poor things if you're Georgia. I think Georgia's going to win this game, even if Stetson Bennett plays, but I think it's way closer if Stetson Bennett plays. I think it's a 7-5 point game. Give me UAB to cover, but Georgia to win this one.